Being in Brooklyn and New York City in an urban area, our interactions with nature are a lot different than folks in the rest of the country.
We do have a fair number of parks, but we also have a lot of people. We're a very dense and burgeoning community.
There should be no mystery about the environmental degradation that happened here in North Brooklyn and the importance of trying to correct some of that damage.
Trying to bring back some semblance of the ecology that existed here for thousands of years that was so quickly and completely eradicated.
You watch these birds and you watch these butterflies and these bees, and they all move with intent. You know, they have an objective.
Rewilding to me is about positive transformation, not the fear of changing spaces and updating them. We can create parks that really suit us all, humans and birds and bees alike.
At our galas, we often honor and celebrate women. There is such a strong community of women that have made a huge impact on New York City's landscape, and in particular here in North Brooklyn. Field operations and Alive Structures have really approached how to transform the land with this in mind, while also retaining these idolized aspects of beauty and accessibility and community engagement. Field operations has really been a partner in the transformation of our waterfront from the Pulaski Bridge to the Williamsburg Bridge.
The projects in North Brooklyn have been Greenpoint Landing and a Domino Park. I was really drawn to landscape architecture as a discipline because just the potential of dealing with site instead of just buildings is really, really powerful.
It was a special project for me, for us, to kind of start to think about what do we do with this? How do we address the water? And there were challenges.
Okay, here's a 100-year flood elevation that you have to address, and you also have to deal with park access, and 50% has to be green.
People want to get to the water a lot of times, but here we're trying to also create a level of resiliency that we didn't think about it before as much as we do now. And I think even in the course of the last 10 years, we are changing how we're thinking about it.
The studio and the practice has always been about evolution and adaptation and change. And so we've sort of embraced that at every level.
Incorporating plant material that birds can feed on, as well as pollinators. So really trying to bring people to the riverside environment where you do feel a little bit the salt, right? The salt air. And we try to bring some of the river up, so boulders and logs and, things that are kind of more natural.
New Yorkers really cherish that experience with nature. And Domino Park, through field operation and our own horticulture teams, planting design, really sort of emphasize and encourage folks to interact with the nature, which is amazing.
You also have Alive Structures and Marnie, who has transformed spaces that are not your traditional park space.
When the Greenpoint Community Environmental Fund was launched, Marnie identified this as an opportunity to create a sizable green roof installation in Greenpoint.
I think flowers and plants, just the native plants, they are the backbone of our ecological systems, and we need them. So planting them on roofs is great because there's not a lot of square footage available on the ground. About 60,000 square feet of rooftop space spread out over Kingsland Avenue, which is a long, big industrial avenue. We're in a moment that's of such decline in biodiversity, and it's a very sad thing. And this is my way of highlighting the joy of biodiversity. People can interact with it because what is biodiversity? It's a very abstract concept, but here it's not. It's really real. You just see these flowers and there's bees all over them. It's really important in terms of our natural ecosystems that we provide that relationship still. Not only have I gotten to plant all these cool native plants and have this awesome environmental group working in this building, it's functioning as this environmental center with kids coming every week to learn about green roofs and to learn about nature and to learn about the creek.
Whether it's a rooftop or a streetscape, the combination of these two portfolios really reflects our own breadth of types of public space that we work with in this neighborhood. These honorees have transformed different kinds of spaces across the neighborhood, partnering with agencies, businesses, community partners.
Of course, we're deeply honored that, field operations is being recognized, but all of these projects, are really a very big team effort. It's a testament to, all of those groups coming together and sharing, and I think that that's reflective of how much these spaces are loved today.
When we go back to all these parks, we're kind of interested to see the bird life and the butterflies, etc., that have started.
I mean, I don't know if the birds are talking about it. Wow, have you checked this out? I came all the way down from this elevation and it was worth it. My wildest dreams have come true more than I had even dreamt of them.
Our role now is ensuring that those designs and those projects can be maintained to continue serving our community for the next generation.
What does the city need? What is going to become valuable in the future? It's something I can do to help a city I love.